The power relations of the circuits that we considered so far were resistive circuits, and angle between voltage and current phasors were zero. The analysis of resistive circuit is in the context of power explains us RMS value to be used for power calculations. Simply product of RMS voltage and RMS current gives power for resistive circuit. By default, letter V stands for RMS voltage and letter I stands for RMS current. So power is a product of V and I. But when apart from resistive, inductive or capacitive circuit is considered, voltage and current phasors are no more in phase. Angle of phase difference is introduced and is symbolized by letter phi. This angle may be either lagging or leading for inductive and capacitive circuit respectively. If voltage phasor is assumed to be at positive x-axis, then current phasor for inductive circuit should lag, and angle made by current phasor with positive x-axis is negative phi. Corresponding equation for current contains negative phi in the argument of sine ratio along with omega t. As before, product of voltage and current expressions gives instantaneous power. If we find average power from instantaneous power expression using integration, we again come across the use of RMS values of voltage and current. The derivation of such a power expression is shown on slide. The whole derivation is a mathematical part, but last two steps are important. These steps explains us use of RMS value and inclusion of factor cos phi. The part V and I in this expression is known as apparent power, apparent AC power, and after multiplying it with cos phi is active AC power. The term apparent AC power is more appropriately written as apparent power, since by default the word apparent is used for AC power only. Normally, symbol used for apparent power is S and for active power P. In our derivation for active power, if we consider expression for instantaneous power without finding average power, then we see that instantaneous power is not simply a product of apparent power and cos phi. The expression in green box is simplified after removing integral sign and period t in the denominator. Further, peak values are converted to RMS values. This instantaneous expression tells us that V into I, cos phi and sin phi are constant terms with respect to time, but terms 1 minus cos 2 omega t and sin 2 omega t change the value of power at double the supply frequency. The graph shown on slide is for instantaneous power, and area with dark green color shows energy supplied from source to load and returned from load back to source. But area with light green color is active power, and this energy once transferred from source to load is never returned back. The rearrangement of instantaneous power expression to consider constant part and variable part is shown in next step below the graph. This expression is further simplified that tells us that reactive power part of instantaneous power has twice the supply frequency. The first constant part we have already derived. If we get average value of variable part, then we could get reactive power expression. Since average power of variable part over a complete cycle is 0, we have to find average over 1/4 part of period of supply frequency. Resulting power is known as reactive power and measured in VAR. While relating apparent power S, active power P, and reactive power Q, the reactive power is set equal to V into I into sin phi. Since these powers would be related geometrically through right angle triangle, the factor 2 upon pi merges into scaling factor.